Okay, so now what I need to do. Oh, I'm live? What? I'm live right now? Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Oh wait, oh no. It's. Oh, I am live. I didn't mean to do this. Hold on, folks. Why is it doing this? All right, guys. I don't know. I don't know if this is live right now. It shouldn't be. I didn't mean to make it live. It's completely screwed up. Haven't done this in a long time, my folks. Am I actually live? Like, that's the real question. I guess I am live. Oh my god, yeah. People are here. What is up? It's showing me like way lagged in terms of my lagging thing here. But I guess what I'll do, can't hear you that well. Okay. Um, check 1 2. Yeah, so right now, guys, this is like a total experiment. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just screwing around here. And let's see, my microphone, check 1 2, check. Yeah, it does seem a little bit low. I have it on maximum. I'd have to move this entire contraption. So I will, actually, here's what I can do. I can probably scoot my chair a little bit closer. Let me try to do that. So yeah, this is not going to be a highly edited type of deal today. It is not going to have a lot of production values. This is basically going to be just trying to wingit.com. We are brought to you by Wingstop, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's where the camera is. Maybe I should look at the actual camera. Brought to you by wingstop.com, folks. And my setup here is Ghetto Fab. There's really no question about it. We do not have things ideal at all. I'm having a terribly bad hair day at the same time. Okay, let's see. VR365, I like how you don't back down from your opinions on VR live streams. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Sounds and looks pretty decent. Oh, you know what? Sound? So check this out, brah. Sound is going to be garbage on a stick because I am not in my normal room. Like this is not my what do we call it? This is not my man cave. You know, this is not my man cave. So I am in a different place, right? Yeah, I'm in a different place in a different reality. Everything has changed, and I'm kind of I'm just trying to get things organized here so I can try to do something. But basically, what I wanted to do is just kind of touch bases with people and see what's going on here in the VR gaming world. And actually, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this particular episode is to bring some awareness to I need to get out of this window though. Let's see. God, I haven't done this stuff in so long, man. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I have no idea, like, everything is kind of sketchy. But I'll just try to get it. We'll try to figure this out as we go along. So what I'll probably do is maybe after this episode, after this stream is done, I might download this episode and kind of edit it a little bit so it isn't a complete shit show. But other than that, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to try switching. Yeah, so I'm on a different monitor and everything, and my OBS is all kind of weird. I'm actually, check this out, folks. I bought a 50-inch TV. All right, for this new place that I'm living at. I'm living in a new place. It's a new reality. It's a new world for me. And I bought a 50-inch TV. It is a TCL, a Best Buy special. Haven't bought a TV in so many years, man. And I used to be the type of guy that would buy like crazy expensive TVs. I used to be the type of guy that wanted like the $4,000 TV, you know, the $5,000 TV. I was that guy. And I was always like a TV lunatic. In fact, I would have never, Scuba Steve, you know, Steve from VR Roundtable, Steve would have never been a part of VR Roundtable if I was not an audio video nut job. Now, I used to be an audio video nut job. You guys might remember that room that I had back in the days. Back in the days, yeah, the last time you saw me. The room that I had, my man cave, with the burgundy walls and all of that, there was a giant screen that was on that one wall, right? That screen was 128 inches. It was a 128 inch movie theater screen. And I used to be that kind of nut job. I was totally into audio video. Then what happened, ladies and gentlemen, in the year of our Lord 2016, in the year of our Lord 2016, I got an HTC Vive. And since I got the HTC Vive, well, see, the thing was, in the room that I was in, right, ceilings were very low. And I had a projector. I've told this story before, but I had a projector that was mounted to my ceiling. And, you know, when you're using an HTC Vive and you're new to VR and you don't know what the hell you're doing, and the Vive wands are like these gigantic freaking things coming out of your hands, you know, and you're doing something like this, like I could easily bang my projector. And I was totally into the room scale. Oh, I got to tell you guys all about this too, because this place that I'm in, it does not feature good locations for VR. I can't do any kind of room scale in this place. There's no, well, yeah, no, I mean, I could do maybe a limited room scale. We'll talk more about that in a minute here in terms of like my new place and what that situation's all about. But yeah, I used to be a freaking TV nut job. And then when I got VR, I'm like, TVs? Like, why would I care about TVs? It's all about VR. I used to be into speakers and home theater and like, oh, dude, gotta have the proper subwoofer, bruh. 7.2, you know, all the freaking surround sound, man. Freaking speakers going everywhere and all of that, right? And then also when I got into VR and I realized, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the future. Speakers, receivers, it's a complete and utter waste of time. Why would you want speakers or receivers? We are going to a world where the whatever you're looking at is going to be wherever you want it to be. So the idea of like, the TV is in that room. That is where the TV is. Everybody, let's go into this room and let's watch the TV because the TV is in this room. Okay, that is going to seem incredibly quaint in about 15 years. The idea that you would go to a specific room to watch a TV is going to be slightly ludicrous in the not too distant future. In fact, there was an article, I believe it was Road to VR, I think, had an article recently. Jason Jones, one of the Bungie co-founders, was talking something about this. F Frank. What happened to F Frank? We need to donate so Anthony can put some art on the walls. Yeah, so right now, I just moved into this place, and I just moved into this place, and I don't have anything going on, really. So, like, I just got here. I'm just trying to, like, get things functional just so I can operate as a normal human being in life. And so, yeah, I don't have... This is probably not the room that I will normally do this in. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, the TV thing, man, I decided very similar to Jason Jones. I'm like, nah, dude, we don't need TVs in different rooms. I have no interest in TVs, but I got to this new place. I didn't have a TV. Well, you got to have a basic TV, right? I mean, you got to have some kind of TV. So I was like, okay, well, I'll get a TV. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a TV that also does well with the internet, where I can use it as like a really gigantic computer monitor. And so I bought this TV. This is a TCL. It's a 50-inch. I got it at Best Buy. It was like $418 or something like that. I don't have the model number on hand here. But when I was at Best Buy, I was just trying to find a cheapo TV, just something that can kind of just cover me for a while. Just something I can use for having like the news on, like, you know, local area network, like the antenna. I don't have any streaming services either. The only streaming service, I have no Netflix. I have no Amazon Prime. I do have HBO Max. That was part of a deal with my intranet. Yeah, so we got AT&T Uverse intranet, and the deal that I got came with HBO Max free for a year. It's the only reason I have it. And guess what? Have I watched an entire movie from beginning to end on HBO Max? No, of course not. Have not watched a single movie. I started watching Tenet. You know the movie Tenet? Christopher Nolan, right? And I'm like, is this movie as boring as I think it is? And it's almost like the movie, I could go into that movie a little bit, but I only watched it for maybe like 35 minutes or something. And then I just was like, nah, this thing is too boring. But also, so I'm in an apartment. Like, I'm in an apartment, ladies and gentlemen. I went from a house in the suburbs to an apartment in the hood. No, I'm not actually in the hood. I'm in a place called, VR Spry Guy says, I'm using a 50-inch TCL TV as a PC monitor. Dude, that is exactly what I'm doing right now. And let me tell you, so I was at Best Buy. I keep getting interrupted by myself. So I was at Best Buy and I'm looking at these different TVs and I have my phone and there's something called, I don't know if it's called TV ratings or there's some kind of website that does ratings and they do really good breakdowns. And so all you have to do is put the model number in and you'll get like a pretty good breakdown right there on the spot for like, is this TV garbage with this? Is it garbage with that? It's good with this. It's bad with that. So this particular TCL TV that I have, it was rated kind of crappy in every category except hooking it up to a PC. It was like 7.5 out of 10 for hooking it up to a PC. And I was like, well, I'm probably going to use this more as a giant PC monitor than I'm going to use it as a regular TV. And so I bought the TV and I thought, you know what, I'll try it out. And here I am. I'm using it right now. This giant 50-inch TV is right in front of me. And it's amazing because I have OBS open. I've got the live chat over here. And the letters and everything is pretty sharp and pretty clear. So I'm just amazed. Like, I have not been in the TV game in so long. And to think that I could basically get a 50-inch computer monitor for 400 and something. Tenet. Yeah, Tenet, bro. Tenet. Oh, man. I don't want to talk about it. But I've only seen like 40 minutes of it. But it didn't do much for me. But yeah, so I'm using this gigantic TV as a computer monitor right now. And I don't... Like, this is probably not the room that I'm going to be doing this in. I have another room that when I first like looked at this place, I was like, oh yeah, this is where I'll like do podcasts and stuff like that. But what I found out, ladies and gentlemen, I have more stories for you. I have more stories. So I knew that I was going to be moving out. And originally I was thinking I was going to move into a house, like an actual single family home, but renting a house. I don't have a table here either, so I'm kind of ghetto style. I have my mouse like this. It's very ghetto. So I thought I was going to rent a house in a neighborhood, just a crappy little tiny house, right? And the price of rents here in America, ladies and gentlemen, can I tell you something about the price of rents in America? I am in California, Sacramento, California to be exact. And the price of rents are stupid. And so a year ago, I was like, yeah, I'll be renting a crappy little house, but at least it'll be a little house. I'll have a driveway, I'll have a front yard, I'll have a backyard, and my house will not be connected to anybody else. I won't have I'm not going to be in a duplex, a triplex, or anything like that, right? So 1 year later, flash forward, 1 year later, out of the question. The house that I could rent like $500, $600 more 1 year later, like just completely priced out of potential single family homes. So that was not happening, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to get a single family home to rent. And you might say, Anthony, dude, you owned a house. You were in a house. Why would you be renting? What happened, man? Like, did you lose all your money? Did you put all your money into Dogecoin? Oh, Dogecoin might be up by now. I wanted to put all my money in Cardano. Oh my God, I wanted to put my. So, Cardano, I know I'm bouncing from story to story here, but do you guys remember the last time crypto like fell off the map a little bit? A couple months ago when crypto like Bitcoin was like down to 29K or like 30K or whatever. Cardano got to like $1.03, $1.03. I set up a Coinbase Pro account, had it connected to my bank account. I was ready to go. I wanted to drop real friggin' money, bro. I wanted to drop real money into Cardano at like 98 cents, 97 cents. For whatever reason, I just had it in my mind. It was like a mental block. I've got to buy Cardano at 99 cents, 98 cents, 97 cents. Load the boat. Load the freaking boat, right? So it hit $1.03, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to be patient. Patience, patience, patience. It'll come down to me. It'll come down to me. It'll get to my strike price. Bam, I'm in. Never happened. Where's Cardano now? Like freaking $3. Oh my God. I would have definitely been in a better place, bro. Might have been able to actually rent a nice, decent single family home and shit. Okay, so I'm going to try to switch over to one of my other scenes here. And I have no idea what's going to appear on screen, so hopefully you don't see a picture of me naked. Okay. So, oh yeah, so this is when I was doing we were doing the stock thing. Yeah, so I did a little show. I was talking about stocks. And you know what? It sucks because I never followed up on this. And this episode was kind of garbage because I was talking about like these platform holders, right? And I wanted to get into, look at Tencent, $74.19. Yeah, not now, bro. The whole Chinese market has been crazy from that standpoint. Lots of crazy things going on there. But let's see. Webinol. You know what? I probably do not have my Webinol set up properly. And, let's see. Wonder if, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this really quick. Let me try to get Google Chrome open. And I'll see if I can do a webinator because I do want to show you guys something. Let's see. We're already on Google. Hold on, folks. Yeah, so this was just like a spur of the moment thing. This is definitely a spur of the moment thing, but there is something very specific I did want to talk about. And so I do want to do that. So, okay. So I'm going to try to open the Webinol, but it's probably going to be all jacked up. Okay, yeah, so we don't have chat over here, so I need to, hold on, I'm going to copy this chat. Pop it like it's hot. Yeah, so this is going to be Ghetto Fab. We already know that. You guys already knew that. It is brought to you by Wingstop. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to try to paste it in here. And say, okay, let's see if we can get the chat to appear over there. Okay, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, chat is in the building. Okay, now Chrome browser. Okay. Properties. Okay, so Chrome browser is in the mix, but it has to be, we have to size this the right way. Okay, and that's going to be, it's going to be, I don't have my other monitor. Let's see. This is going to be difficult because I don't have, how do we size this so that it'll fit in the right way? Oh man, maybe I can't do this. Doesn't seem like it's changing anything in OBS. Yeah, this is definitely a shizzer. This is a shizzer for 90 nizzer. So I'm adjusting my browser size, but sorry. It's not doing anything over here. I think I need my dual monitor set. Oh, yeah, I think this needs to be, I don't have a dual monitor set up. Okay, so I guess I can't do that, so we'll have to go back over here. But what I will do is I will put a little video on, if I can find it. And this is a video of Gamertag VR, brah. Gamertag VR. Okay, so actually, one of the reasons I wanted to do this show is I wanted to talk about Z-Race, which has a demo on the Oculus Quest. Okay, it's on the Oculus Quest App Lab, Z-Race. There is a demo for this. And if anybody in chat can do me a favor, do a Google search for Z-Race Quest Demo App Lab and then pop the link into chat. That would be really cool. That would help me out. I need to put it in my show notes and stuff. But basically, so Z-Race, you guys have heard of Z-Race before. I mean, you know, it's got, people have mixed feelings about it. Some people like it. Some people were unimpressed with it. Some people think it has lots of issues. And, you know, everybody wanted a first-person mode, cockpit mode. And I'll talk about all of that. But first off, I just want to say, like, I wanted to talk about Z-Race on App Lab because I have been working with this developer, Exicus. Exicus is the developer of Z-Race. They're a Russian developer. And so one of the main guys there at Exicus happened to be someone that watched VR365, was a fan of VR365, and at one point reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be like a special consultant just to kind of help them out with some different questions here and there, and help them out, like give them advice in certain categories and stuff. And so I started working with Exicus as basically like a consultant. And yeah, I am paid, not a lot. It's like I'm not getting rich or anything off this. It's a very small amount of money, but basically I'm helping this company Exicus, and I'm trying things out, and I'm giving them suggestions about things and stuff like that. So anyway, I've been working with Exicus as a helper for probably almost a year. It's been a little while. And first they brought this game out on Steam. But the thing is, this is like the reality for a developer. I'm going to give you guys some inside ball. Inside baseball. Inside ball. I was going to say inside ballpark. No, it's inside baseball. Okay, so inside baseball basically is if you are a developer in the VR world, if your game is not on the official Oculus Quest store, you might as well get the F out of Dodge. You're not going to make any money. It is going to be incredibly difficult for you to make legitimate money, for you to actually like break even if you're not on the Oculus Quest store. You have to be on the Oculus Quest store. Lethal Weasel in the building. Yeah, I've been out of this VR game for so long, brah. You have to click on red line at edge of window. Yeah, no, it's, so the thing is, who's that? That's VR Ver 2. Yeah, so the thing is, I've always used a multi-monitor setup. I only have one monitor hooked up right now, and that's screwing up what I was trying to do in OBS. So I'm just going to have to stick with this screen here. And I can go to the full screen, and then I can have this little screen with the video playing. But we'll just, you know, we're just chilling, bro. It's just Saturday morning. It is 9:17 a.m. here on the West Coast. But wait, I want to go back to this Oculus Quest store. So the only way that Exicus is going to be able to break even on all the money that they've invested in what they've tried to do is if Z-Race gets onto the official Oculus Quest store. If it doesn't get onto the official Oculus Quest store, they're going to be losing money. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so Z-Race, they do have a demo on App Lab. It's a free demo. There really is no reason for anybody not to try this free demo. Let's see. I'm going to go... Damn it, I lost it. Okay, I'm just going to pop in the link for this demo. Z-Race App Lab. Yeah, Z-Race doing. And dude, the rating, it's got 28 votes. Okay, it's got 28 votes, and it's got 4.1 on the rating for I'm gonna copy this and put it into chat. Okay, so I just popped it into chat there. That is the experiences available through App Lab. And yeah, so that is Z-Race, the demo. So it's 100% free. So if you have an Oculus Quest 2, Oculus Quest 2, bro, this does not work on Oculus Quest 1. They are working on getting the whole thing to be operational on Oculus Quest 1, but it is going to be a downgraded experience. So they're really trying to tap into the power of the Oculus Quest 2, the Snapdragon XR2. They're trying to tap into that power. And so they're really pushing it. I mean, visually, this is an impressive piece of work, I think, visually. Like, if you've played Z-Race on Steam, it's very close. The Quest 2 version is very close. I mean, definitely there's a reduction in polygons, like the crowd that you see in the background, like some of the background scenery is definitely reduced, but it's basically the same effing experience. And what they're doing is, so what we need is we need people to try this out. Please do me a personal favor. If you have an Oculus Quest 2, or you know an Oculus, or you know somebody that has an Oculus Quest 2, please tell somebody, just try the demo. Like, it'll literally take you like 2 minutes to download it. You know, you click on add it to your account for your Quest, and then hop in there and just try it. It'll take you 5 minutes. It'll take you all of 5 minutes. Now, the way Z-Race works is in your, whatever your dominant hand is, so you're like your right hand, left hand, whichever hand is your dominant hand, that is your race ship. So have you ever been a little kid and you're like, you know, you're in the back seat and your dad's driving and you're pretending like you're in a race car, and maybe your brother's in the back seat too, and you're like, you know, you're doing this type of shit? Or maybe back when you had like a land speeder or like a snow speeder and you're playing with Star Wars toys, and you're like, and doing that type of stuff. Well, that's how you control Z-Race. You use, your hand is the ship. And what everybody says, like anybody that plays this, immediately, this is where we're going to go into rant. This is going to be the Ranthony of the day. Okay, so we'll switch to full screen here. So anybody that plays Z-Race, whether it's the Steam version of Z-Race or whether it's this App Lab version of Z-Race, anybody that plays it immediately says, okay, man, where's the freaking cockpit mode? Where's the first person mode? Dude, my hand is the ship. Like, this is kind of fun and all, but like, I want the cockpit mode, man. Where's the friggin' cockpit mode? Okay? And so Evgeny is the guy that I'm working with at Exicus. He's like basically like the lead producer, the CEO, the main dude in charge at Exicus. And he was telling me, like, you know, everybody wants cockpit, everybody wants first person mode. And they were working on a cockpit mode for the Steam version. They're also working on a cockpit mode for the Quest version. But here's the secret. The secret is a cockpit mode is Barf City. A cockpit mode is Barf City. You might as well call it the Campbell Soup mode. Campbell Chunky Soup. Because that's what's going to come up and out of you if you play the cockpit mode. This game was not designed for that. This game is a casual game. That's why it's actually perfect for the Quest user base. It's super casual. This is a casual game. Everybody sees the images of it and they instantly think, oh, this is Wipeout. Wipeout, Wipeout, Wipeout. But no, it's not Wipeout. I know the visual style does look like Wipeout, but it's not Wipeout. You're controlling a ship and you're adjusting it and moving it and you're flying through these tunnels, and it can be somewhat of a full body experience a little bit as well, but it's really your hand controlling the ship and you're just trying to get faster and faster times. And the other thing, so there's Gamertag VR. That is Gamertag VR. The hardest working man in showbiz. Dude, Gamertag, I gotta have Gamertag up on here again. Cause I just gotta like how much effort and work does Gamertag put into shit? Cause goddamn that fool is out of control. I mean, I'm wondering when. Yeah, it's kind of like Zortex. It's very similar. Yeah, it's like Zortex 26XX. But dude, this looks damn good. Like the first time I played this on Quest, I was like, damn, Exicus, you guys did a damn good job with this. Like, it's really Z-Race running perfectly fine on an Oculus Quest, and it can be exhilarating and enjoyable. This is a short burst affair. You know, this is not like, how many times have I talked to you guys about games that'll hold your ass down? Okay, the Talos principle will hold your ass down. A game like the Talos Principle, Fallout 4 VR, those games will hold you down. Okay, then there's other games you fire it up just for like a 20-minute burst of fun. And I think that's what Z-Race is. And Z-Race is a casual game. This is not for the hardcore nut jobs. And so all of you out there that are like, dude, this would be cool if it only had a friggin' cockpit mode, man. Then maybe I would give a rat's ass about Z-Race. Okay, for this game to have a cockpit mode, they literally would have to throw away the entire game and start over from scratch, build the game completely from scratch to have a cockpit mode and not cause major barf city. And that wasn't the design of the game. Their theory on Z-Race is how many people love the excitement of VR, but they have problems with motion sickness. Okay, I'm not one of these people. Main Fan definitely is not one of these people. But there's a lot of people out there that suffer from motion sickness. They get queasy, wheezy, whatever, you know, and it's a real thing, right? Well, what if you could have a racing game that causes zero motion sickness, and Z-Race literally causes zero motion sickness, like it literally does. Now, here's the thing though. There is a little bit of a caveat. Okay, so you know how I said your hand is a ship? Okay, so as long as you have your hand up here and you're moving your hand around, you're going, you know, like Gamertag is doing on that video down there. As long as you keep your hand up here and do this, everything is fine. Now, every once in a while, I have seen people play Z-Race where they like lower their hand way down, and they're doing these motions, but they have their hand way down here. That's when you can experience a bit of motion sickness, because the trick is, if your ship is visible and every little slight tilt of your hand, every movement of your hand is perfectly recreated in that ship, what happens is your brain sees the ship, sees how it's moving exactly the way your hand is moving, and it's like, oh, okay, we can deal with this. We can work with this. If the ship is completely out of your view, then your brain does not see that. And your brain is like, we've got a problem here, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving at incredible rates of speed. We're going through these tunnels, and I am ready to barf. So you can actually do this if you're playing Z-Race. Try moving your hand way down and just have that tunnel. You're just going through a tunnel with your head, and your hand is way down. You can actually experience some motion sickness. So that's the whole idea here. The idea was you put your ship out there, you completely eliminate motion sickness. If you have your ship in front of you, there's no motion sickness. There really isn't. And that is quite an effing achievement for somebody that has a Quest 2 that would like to experience a high impact, visually impressive, this is a audio visual tour de force in terms of like the actual experience of going through these tunnels, dodging and stuff like that. Now, is the game perfect? No, it's not perfect. I have plenty of complaints when it comes to this game in terms of like the execution of everything else, but is it worth downloading this freaking App Lab demo? Hell yes, it is. And you try, and also, guess what? Do you know that you can win cash money? you can actually win cash money in this demo. So the way they created this demo is they actually made, there's a tournament that is built into the demo. There's a leaderboard, there's a tournament. So right now you can win cash money. I don't remember what the prizes are. It might be like $300, $200, $100 or something. And I think it ends on like September 24th or something like that. It has a certain date where it runs. And so they're running this tournament. But then when it ends, they're going to run it again. So like for like a month at a time. I mean, don't quote me. Things can change. Everything can change. I don't know. But you can actually possibly win cash money if you had one of the 3 fastest times on this track. So the demo, you get one track, one variation of one track, you get one racing ship, and you get one voiceover. I think it's Soul Fox. I think it's Soul Fox is the ship. Soul Fox does the voiceovers. Now, I will say this. If you play this demo like 4 or 5 times, you're going to get sick of Soul Fox talking smack about you constantly banging into the walls and avoid the walls and dude, the paint job and all of that. Like you'll hear about that. And that's one of the things is like the frequency of how often people say things. But that's very hard to dial in because they'll change the frequency. And then sometimes it's like you don't even hear anybody talk at all. And, you know, so people have different complaints, whatever. But I think this is definitely well worth downloading and well worth trying out. So I really hope you guys can download this, try it out, and understand that this was designed to have no motion sickness and it's for casuals. This is not designed for super hardcore wipeout bro. Okay? This is not designed for that. It's you know, it's designed for casuals. And that's perfect for the Oculus Quest 2. And so anyway, this goes back to the discussion of like, how can a smaller developer potentially break even or have any kind of success in the VR gaming market if they don't get onto the Oculus Quest store? It is hypercritical, the official Oculus Quest store. It is so unbelievably hypercritical. It basically makes or breaks entire VR development companies. Now you might tell me, well, Anthony, what about something like Fract on PlayStation VR? You know, that's not on the Oculus Quest. Okay, yeah, sure. There might be a couple of, you know, or Alvo by Mardonpol, right? That's on PlayStation VR. You know, Mardonpol is probably not a gigantic company. They had some success with Alvo. Okay, so yeah, there are some exceptions to the rule when we're talking about this, but in the grand scheme of things, like, dude, you really got to get onto the Oculus Quest store. So they were working on Z-Race, and they made the Steam version, and then they like contacted Oculus, and they're like, okay, here's the Steam version of Z-Race. We really want to put this on the Oculus Quest. We want to get this up onto the Oculus Quest store officially. And Oculus was like, yeah, okay, well, here's what we suggest. We suggest put it on App Lab. And so I was telling Ev, we got to get a demo. Let's make a demo. Let's put a demo on App Lab. Let's let you know, one track, one ship, one song, you know, one background music for that particular track, one voiceover guy. Let's give people a chance to get a feel for what Z-Race is like on the Quest 2. And then, so here's the key. It's make it or break it for Exodus. Because basically what we need is this to somehow blow up. Tons of people find out about this demo. Tons of people try this demo. Gamertag Ballin with some pretty good times there. App Lab Cup. Yeah, you can get in the App Lab Cup. So you try this demo and then go give it a rating. Like actually rate this. Because it's the ratings that matter. It's the ratings that matter. So I did want to talk about that. Sorry to spend so much time on this, but I just want people to try this because, dude, these guys work so hard. These guys are regular salt of the earth people, man. Regular salt of the earth people. Like, these are just good people. They're good people. This is not about me making money. This is not about me like trying to hype this game up so that I can make a little bit more money because I'm like some kind of little consultant for X. No, no. I get a tiny amount of money and the money isn't changing regardless. I would love to see these guys have some success because I know how unbelievably hard they've tried. I know how much time they've spent. Now, I mean, one of the things I can mention is in to how do I explain this? It's like honestly, they probably made a mistake in trying to like make this game was probably a mistake. Like I wasn't there with them when they decided, okay, we're going to do Z-Race as our next game. They did a game called Snowman, which was kind of like an experiment, just getting into VR and experimenting. It was just like the very first thing that they ever did, screwing around. It was called Snowman. Then they made Fighting Clans. Okay, and some of you guys might have tried Fighting Clans, and Fighting Clans is pretty decent, right? And cheap, very inexpensive, right? Z-Race on Steam is very inexpensive. So they've kept all their prices like really low. So yeah, their games might not be the greatest thing. They're a brand new developer. Like they got all these programmers together, people working on it from different backgrounds that have never made a full feature game before. A lot of these people have made games for like the App Store for iOS, like little phone games and stuff. They've never made a full featured game before. They all came together to try to do this. And so Ev had this idea where your hand is going to be the ship, and like that was his idea. It's like, yeah, you'll control this. It's a racing game. Your hand is a ship. There will be no motion sickness. So he had this idea, right? But it's like, dude, you've never made a racing game before in your life. Do you know that none of these developers that have worked on this game have ever made a racing game in their lives? They've never, ever made a racing game. And so to make a racing game of this quality on their very, very, very first attempt, that is absolutely magnificent. Like, I think they did a freaking bang-up job, honestly. I mean, yeah, there are some... What I think the number one thing that needs to happen with this game in terms of, like, when they have the full version done and all of that, is I feel like there needs to be more of some production value. Like, when you finish the race, you know, the production value in certain spots. Like, more of a cohesive experience where you finish a race and then you're moving to, like, everything flows a little bit better. There's some little, you know, things that need to happen there. And then also, they might be working on something called a Zen mode. And in the Zen mode, and this is an idea that I had for them, is like in a Zen mode, you don't care about like the time. Like, you're not worried about your time. You're just trying to get into like this Zen mode of like not touching the walls at all, and like going through the music and kind of like a chill out, almost like, because like sometimes you'll be playing this game and you almost get like just lost and you just like you zen out. It's kind of trippy, hard to explain, but yeah, so we might try to do a Zen mode for that. But anyway, that is Z-Race. I just wanted to talk about that for a minute, highlight that, and hopefully you guys can try that. What did it say over there on the website? Let me see. So on this demo, yeah, so it says 29 ratings, and it's 4.1, I believe. But 70% of the people gave it 5 stars, 10% 4 stars, 3% 3 stars, 3% 2 stars, and 14% 1 stars. So yeah, and I'm sure all the people that said 1 stars asked for a cockpit mode, I'm sure, absolutely. Yeah, Quest 1 is not supported at this time. That is crazy. And I was asking them, like, I was wondering about that. I'm like, dude, can you really get away? Like, I guess Oculus is not bothered by their games. Like, they're not bothered. Like, if you make a Quest 2 only game, they're cool with it. I'm surprised by that. Or maybe they're just acting like they're cool with it. Maybe they're acting like they're cool with it, but secretly they're like, no, we're not cool with that. But anyway, they're still working on a Quest 1 version of it. So, man, you know what sucks, guys? I can't get my Webinal operational, and without that, it's hard for me to go into, like, some stories and stuff. I mean, I could bring up. Well, what I can do, I can talk about some things that have happened in VR news since I've been gone. So here's what I'll do. I won't be able to show you guys, so that kind of sucks. I have to get my other monitor up and running. Let's see, what do we call this? Road to VR. Road to VR, bro. So I'm gonna just see what some of the stories are, like breaking news and things that have happened in the VR world. Like, I've been so out of it. I could call this episode "Crawling Out of My Rock" to see what is going on really quick. Like, coming from under my rock. Like, oh my God, there's like all these stories. I haven't been to Road to VR. I haven't been to Upload VR. I don't know what is going on in the VR world. But there are things that are going on in the VR world. Like, so one of the things that we heard about recently is Jurassic World Aftermath Part 2. So Jurassic World Aftermath Part 2, and I don't have the new trailer for the new one, but I'm kind of excited about this. Is anybody else excited about this? Jurassic Park on the second one? Because yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. I'm just going to put on a little trailer mix in this background here. But yeah, I played the Jurassic Park Aftermath on Quest. I was one of the few people that was kind of enjoying it. A lot of people kind of got bored of it, wasn't really tripping on it that much. But part 2 is going to be coming, I believe, September 30th. It's coming on September 30th. There's a new trailer for it. How much was this? Was this $24.99? And so I guess part 2. Let's see. To hype the announcement, the studio says it's offering the original Jurassic World Aftermath Part 1 at a 20% discount for one day only on August 27th. Okay, well, that's over with. Jurassic World Aftermath Part 1 was released back in December and has been one of our favorite Quest games in the past year. Yeah, see, I like Jurassic Park Part 1. I mean, it kind of gets old after a while. I guess if there's a problem, it does get old. Like, it kind of like you're like, okay, yeah, the gameplay gets a little bit old. But, that's one I'm looking forward to. So that's a big game that was announced. Now, one of the real shockers, though, and I thought this was a big-time shocker. Let me see if I might be able to find the trailer for this one. Let's see. But, yeah, so Space Pirate Arena. I am amazed that this is actually happening. And you can actually, like, Space Pirate Trainer. Yeah, so I'm not seeing the damn Space Pirate Arena. I don't know where my thing is for that. But we'll just go ahead and put this on. But yeah, Space Pirate Arena is going to actually happen. Like, this is really happening even with regular Oculus Quests. I just didn't think that this was going to happen because I thought lawsuit. Like, this will never be allowed. Like, I thought you would have to, like, side quest this, that it would never be, like, officially. But the way I understand this, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, because I'm telling you, I have been living under a straight up rock. There's no question I've been living under a straight up rock like you would not believe. So I have been living under a straight up rock. And Space Pirate Arena, a free update. How incredible is that? Now, do we know when this is going to happen? Like, is there like a date for it? Yeah, they totally changed course. Space Pirate Arena was going to be a solo game at one point. That was mentioned in Nathan's interview last year. Yeah, okay, Chris Richardson in the building. Yeah, we'll definitely have to have Chris back on for a one-on-one chat. But yeah, Space Pirate Arena is really happening. But if somebody knows, like, when is it just like later this year? Next Wednesday? Next Wednesday. Like, in a couple of days. Next Wednesday. Oh man, that is incredible. So if I'm reading this right, yeah, Chris Richardson is saying next Wednesday. If that's what he's talking about, Wednesday. Holy shit! Yeah, so I'm so freaking out of it. Yeah, so you can go to like a tennis court and live a friggin' dream, and I'm going to do that. I am going to go to a tennis court, and I am going to try to do this. I got a super chat from Mad Wookie. Good to see you, brah. Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah, I've turned my Patreon. I've had my Patreon off for like hella months, and the problem is I do want to get back into doing episodes and doing shows and stuff, but I do have some problems because like the heat and the air quality. Yeah, I straight up have been living under a rock, dude. I have been so out of it. I hardly ever play video games. Like I'm in this weird like everything is weird. It's Jacob's Ladder. Dude, if you guys have seen Jacob's Ladder, I am living Jacob's Ladder. I'm straight up I'm inside Jacob's Ladder right now. Like basically I died and I'm like in between, heaven and hell or whatever. I've died and I'm in this like weird world and yeah, you guys are living in a Jacob's Ladder world. I hate to break it to you. But yeah, you guys are living in the Jacob's Ladder world. It's kind of weird. So, yeah, so I'm under a rock and I occasionally come out from my rock and I'll hear about something. But yeah, I'm going to try to get back into this and do shows. But I was mentioning that one of the issues that I'm having in doing shows is heat. Heat, ladies and gentlemen, is a serious problem. Heat combined with air quality. Heat combined with air quality. So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very close to South Lake Tahoe. Not very close. I'm like 2.5 hour drive away, 2 hour drive, if you're freaking speeding like hell. And I'm not that far from South Lake Tahoe, right? And there's a gigantic fire here in California that is burning, ginormous fire. And we've actually been incredibly lucky up to this point in time with all the smoke has not just come to Sacramento. It's actually blown in other areas quite a bit, which is a dream come true because, oh my God, I can tell you straight up, if all that smoke went to Sacramento, we'd all be dead right now. I mean, they straight up, you would have to evacuate Sacramento. You literally would have to evacuate Sacramento. So we've been lucky. A lot of the smoke hasn't come our way. But unfortunately, some of the smoke has come our way. And the air quality is so bad. Now, what does air quality have to do with anything? Anthony, you're inside a house. Who cares about the air quality? You're okay inside your house, right? Well, here's the thing. I don't have central heating and air. Right there is an air conditioner on the wall. Ghetto style air conditioner coming out of your wall that serves one individual room. So I have an air conditioner. I'm in my living room area. Over there is my kitchen. You guys can't see it. I have an air conditioner that's right here. And the air conditioner will cool off this little tiny living room area. And it also kind of cools off my kitchen. But it does not get to any of the other rooms. Now, the other problem is this air conditioner, when you turn it on, it's like NASA just launched the space shuttle. I mean, it is so incredibly loud. So if I don't have the air conditioner running now, that's why I'm doing this show. It is 9:47 a.m. and I don't know what the temperature is in this house right now at this exact moment, but it's actually bearable. Where if, there's no way I could, like if it was 1 p.m., there's no way. I can't do this show at 1 p.m. So I'm going to be doing shows really early and really late. We're going to be doing some late night hype. Yeah, we're definitely going to be having some late night hype shows where I'll be coming on super late at night and some early shows. Now, the nice thing is when the air quality is good here, I can open up all my windows at night and this breeze comes in and it cools. The main fan says, time to move again. Nah, dude, I'm stuck. I'm stuck like Chuck, man. Until I win the lottery, I'm not going to be moving anytime soon. So, yeah, Lethal Weasel says, time to move to Idaho. Dude, Idaho is in the mix. Let me tell you, I have a plan to move out of Sacramento, but unfortunately, it's a couple of years away. I do have a plan. I have a plan to leave California altogether. I would like to leave California altogether, but unfortunately, that is going to be a couple years from now. I don't quite have the money that I need to do the whole entire thing that I'm trying to do. But guess what? Boise, Idaho is in the mix. And if there's anybody from Boise, Idaho, you're probably like, oh my God, you effing Californians. get the hell out of our state. You're ruining our state, right? So that's a possibility. And then, so yeah, Boise, Idaho is in the building. Denver, Colorado is in the building. Austin, Texas is in the building. Where else? Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky is in the building. Lethal Weasel. I'll be doing shows with my boy Lethal. Louisville, Kentucky, man. Yeah, California's too expensive. California just over effing rated. California is a nice place. I mean, the weather's great, but when it's always on fucking fire, like, what good is the weather when you're fucking choking on smoke? Every summer is smoke. Every summer is like a smoke season. And our the last 3 or 4 years, our summers have been ruined. You can go to the Sacramento subreddit, and there's always a thread talking about the smoke, man. I'm going to leave Sacramento. I can't deal with this. This has been 3 straight summers. So, yeah, heat is a problem. Vote Larry Elder. Yeah, our boy Gavin. Oh, my God. Pretty boy Gavin. Yeah, you know, honestly, I would like to kick pretty boy Gavin out of the governor chair. I just don't know that we have anybody else to take over. That would be even worse, probably. But yeah, oh, you know, one good bit of news, folks. My internet is way better here. My internet is way better. My upload is way faster. Dude, I have AT&T gig fiber or whatever, and it's like 900 up, 900 down. It is smooth, y'all. So here's the thing. Like, if I were to create like a 1 hour production video and then like try to upload it to YouTube, it could sometimes take like the entire afternoon to finally upload to YouTube. But now that I'm living here, that shit would be like bam, like 10 minutes later that shit would be up. So yeah, I will not be the problem on anybody's live stream. I will not be the bandwidth problem for anybody's live stream. It's all good. So if I end up on anybody else's show, I will not be causing problems. So my internet is very fast. So that is good. I mean, not very fast, but it's way the hell faster than it was. So that's good news. But yeah, I've definitely been out of it. Let me go back to the news. Let's go back to the news and see what else is going on. So I'm trying to look at news stories that I might have missed. And so one of the things that we heard about was Pico ByteDance. So the owners of TikTok bought Pico. Yeah, Pico confirms acquisition by TikTok parent company. Rumored 775 million. 775 million. And it's interesting. The whole China thing is very interesting. Like, you know how I do the stock stuff and I'm into stocks and all that? There's a lot of Chinese stocks that I like some Chinese stocks, and they've just been beaten down so bad. But the thing is, it's so hard to invest in any of those companies because the next day they could say, guess what? You are now a non-profit company. Guess what? You're non-profit today. Or guess what? We're not allowing that business anymore. Sorry, there goes 500 billion down the drain. But yeah, so these Chinese companies, I've been paying attention to them. And I was wondering if Pico was a publicly traded company, but no, they're a private company. And ByteDance, the owners of TikTok, they are also a privately held company. And so they acquired Pico. And it's good news because, you know, the hope is that, I don't know how, I'm assuming TikTok is used a hell of a lot in China as well. And so if that app is used in China to a tremendous degree, with them owning the platform, what they can do is just like with Facebook, right? Facebook could have these little Oculus ads that pop in here or pop in there. Think of the awareness of the Oculus brand just because Facebook happens to own it. Tremendous extra boost in awareness. Imagine if Hewlett Packard, HP, was the owner. Sponge 720. No, don't do it, Anthony. Don't catch a falling knife. But dude, JD.com, Pinduoduo, PDD, Sponge 720, PDD, baby. I wanted PDD. PDD. I could have bought PDD at $90 and made a nice little profit for a minute. But yeah, Sponge 720. We're talking stocks for a quick second. But yeah, Pico, China is going to crash, says VR Spry Guy. And Julian Collins, how's your crypto game? Dude, I don't even want to know about how good crypto is doing. I did not get into crypto, and so I feel like a dumbass for not getting into crypto. F Frank says, TikTok is a freaking dumpster fire unless you're into cat videos. It might be a dumpster fire, but people love that dumpster fire. Dude, people are addicted to that dumpster fire. They're so addicted to that dumpster fire that they're bringing their own marshmallows, their own graham crackers, their own Hershey bars, and they're cooking s'mores while they're enjoying the dumpster fire. So the fact that ByteDance owns TikTok and ByteDance now owns Pico, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the awareness of VR in general. Actually, you know what? You guys want a little bit of a rant? Or why don't I do this? This discussion is going to be the state of VR in general. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the state of VR in general right now, because I got to tell you, things are not that great in the VR world. Like, let's go bigger picture right now. I'm going to talk about like this is me being a VR enthusiast, okay? And look, I have long-term dreams and aspirations. How many times have I told you that I think VR and AR are going to completely dominate our entertainment future? They're going to dominate like our work lives and everything. It's going to be such an ingrained part of our lives. Like what I was saying earlier with Jason Jones, one of the co-founders of Bungie, he was saying, you know, in 15 to 20 years, like the idea of having a TV in one specific room and being like, oh, we want to watch the Super Bowl. Okay, we got to go in this room to watch the Super Bowl. Like that's going to be an idiotic idea in 15 to 20 years. And I completely agree with that, right? So long term, I'm unbelievably bullish in virtual reality and augmented reality. I'm still incredibly bullish. But you got to understand where we are right now with these industries. We're in stagflation, bro. Stagflation. Like if you get into stocks, one of the terms that you're going to hear right now is stagflation. That's where you have inflation and a stagnant economy at the same time. Get ready, man. It's September. This is the month when you might want to move into cash a little bit. I know Nvidia's running like crazy, but you might want to run into cash a little bit in the month of September. Stagflation, bro. Jerome Powell. Tapering. Okay, but no. In the VR world, stagflation is real. We've hit a plateau and we've kind of eased up a little bit. You know, so we're kind of like a stock that was on a run and now it's plateaued and now it's kind of like we're trading sideways, man. So we're in this like sideways thing. So VR has hit some speed bumps because back when the Quest 2 was first announced and it was go back to the first Quest, right? The first Quest, $399. You know, everybody was like, yeah, now this is it. This is the moment for VR. This is when things happen. This is when VR takes off. Now that we have this all-in-one product, it's in one singular box. You can go to Target, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Costco. You buy a family can buy one individual box. They bring it home. They don't need a high-powered computer. They don't need a PlayStation 5. They don't need any of these extra devices, right? They have one thing that they can use. The price is pretty good. And so, you know, we were on a definite uptrend right there. Things looked really good, and VR was poised for great success. When the Quest first launched, sales were great. It was the product that we needed at the right time, right? And then 1 year later, Quest 2, shocking the world. $100 cheaper, $299, more power, almost everything better about it, except for the screen. Except for the screen. Except for the IPD adjust and, a couple of other things. I mean, it's debatable, right? I mean, we can get into a lot of debates there. But $299, like that was the dream come true. And then remember we had Zuckerberg talking about 10 million, that they're going to sell 10 million units. And so here we are. I'm talking about the state of VR right now. That's what this topic is for right now, here, right now. I'm talking about the state of VR. And I'm saying, look, VR is not a dumpster fire, okay? But it is not, we are not chilling on, we're not Cardano either. We're not $3 a share either, or $3 a token. So it's a concern, man. We're in a bit of a lull. And some of the statistics that we can point to when we talk about this is, let's go back to the Facebook. And look, I know everybody's covered this thousands of times on 1,000 different shows, but I'm the real mofo. Like, you didn't get my take on this, and that's what's important, right? I'm Nostradamus Jr. I'm the one you want to talk to when it comes to this type of stuff. Okay, so Facebook had the face gasket thing, right? Itchiness on the face gasket. And so we found out that there were 4 million Oculus Quest 2s that have basically been sold in the United States. Roughly 4 million, or whatever the number was, because that's how many face gaskets they had to potentially exchange. And this was only for North America, I think. So it didn't count Europe or any other parts of the world. And so the question is, well, how many quests do we have worldwide? So that was kind of the first domino to fall when we found out about the face gaskets getting you itchy. And it was like, oh, that's how many quests there are? I thought it was actually a little bit better than that. And then the next domino to fall was when Facebook had their quarterly report. And so this is kind of old news now, but Facebook had its quarterly report, I don't know, like a month ago or a month and a half ago or whatever, when it was, when Facebook did their last earnings, right? And one of the things that Facebook will always talk about when they do these earnings calls is they have a segment that is called Other. There's a segment called, Skiva says, I think you're in an alternate universe. I am in an alternate universe. Not only am I in an alternate universe, I'm in Jacob's Ladder, dude. And Skiva, you're in Jacob's Ladder with me. You're like a bystander. You're like, what are those? You're like an extra. You're an extra in the movie, Skiva. I'm in Jacob's Ladder right now, bro, and you're an extra. So you want to talk about an alternate universe? Hell yeah. We're almost at 10 million. Okay, here's what I'll say about the 10 million thing. We probably are almost at 10 million if you combine Quest 1 and Quest 2 and you talk worldwide. Yeah, we probably are relatively close to 10 million. They only needed to replace the face piece of 4 million. Well, yeah, it was the USA. They were talking about USA. So that they basically gave away their sales numbers for USA by talking about the 4 million. But here's the thing. Okay, you got me off point, Skeeve. So at the earnings report, Facebook has something they call Other. And Other is basically everything that isn't Facebook, Instagram, and all of that, WhatsApp and that stuff. Other is like their physical products. So they have Portal and they have Oculus. So it's basically all Oculus and all Portal is in their Other category. And I don't have the numbers in front of me here. But the analysts were expecting like 600 and something million. If anybody can look up these numbers real quick in a Google search for the last earnings report for the Other category, what the actual was and what was expected, because I believe it was like the actual was like 435 million and the expected was like 600 and something million. So there was a shortfall of $200 million from the analysts. Like, remember, dude, when Facebook had their earnings call, the stock freaking dove because they're like, yeah, everything's like, we're not going to have as many users next. We're losing some users. Oculus's revenues were not as high as people expect. It was supposed to be like 435 million or something like that, and then the analysts were predicting like 600 and something million. It was a shortfall of like $200 million. That is nothing to freaking sneeze at. What that tells me is there was this initial hype phase of the Quest 2 being an incredibly hot product and selling like hotcakes, and everything was doing really well. And it's kind of calmed down, man. It's the VR craze of the Quest 2 has kind of calmed down, and that is concerning. I just bumped into my mic. Sorry about that. But it's very concerning. So yeah, so we're kind of in this little lull, and it's like, yeah, and then PlayStation VR. So yeah, let's see what some people are talking about here in chat. Lethal Weasel VR says, and we're in month 10 of the Oculus Quest 2. Wasn't it like almost, we're in month 10? Okay, yeah, I guess we're in month 10. And then Sponge720 says, but what about Zuckerberg's metaverse? Surely it will be VR's second coming. Yeah, no, I still believe in VR. Like, I am a long-term believer in VR. I still, like, remember the last show was, like, VR stonks, right? And I was talking about Google, and we are talking about, all these different Microsoft VR, AR, right? And we're talking about long-term platform holders. You still want to own, like, some Facebook stock and stuff like that long-term. But I'm just saying, like, if you guys think an incredible explosion in VR popularity is around the corner, think again, bro. Think again. Because, like, last year was the year of VR. Half-Life Alyx and all of that. And it's all kind of died down, man. I mean, what's the next Half-Life Alyx? Like, what's the next gigantic VR game? I mean, we've got what? Lone Echo 2, right? So Lone Echo 2 got delayed and all this stuff. So, I mean, we don't have like giant VR games that are on the way. Facebook, it's been a long time too. Facebook needs to do they need to have like their next conference or whatever and show off a bunch of games. They haven't been doing a very good job of that either. So yeah, I don't know. Basically what I'm just trying to tell you is we're kind of in a lull right now. We're in a little bit of a lull. And we still need more products, better products, and more availability, of stuff. Like, we still don't have like any kind of we don't have a mass market AR product still after all these years. I'm just checking out some news stories over here on Road to VR just to see. But yeah, I mean, I just crawled out from my rock. I don't know shit. I'm just kind of like talking out of my ass here. I just wanted to come in and do a show real quick and kind of see what's up with everybody. It's been such a long time. I've been out of it for such a long time. And I'm going to try to do some more of these shows and definitely be more prepared. I definitely will have it set up so I can access my webinar, and I'll have like new trailers and stuff like that. But I just wanted to, shake the dust off and just do this. Just make this happen. It's already starting to warm up in my house. So it is now 10:07 and it's already starting to get pretty warm. So I'm going to have to go ahead and end this stream pretty soon here. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a show and get back into the mix, and was able to do that. Alrighty, guys. So I guess that's pretty much it right now for this episode of VR365. Just kind of like wanted to say hi to everybody, get back into the mix, and hopefully start doing some more regular shows and dial into this thing and, keep doing this and get back into this, get this restarted, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully have some guests on, do some guest shows, maybe appear on some other shows and stuff, and start playing VR again. I played very little VR. I'm going to try to get back into VR. I do have some issues with like air quality and temperature and all of that, and not living in a very VR friendly place. But dude, Space Pirate Arena free update next week. That is going to be incredible. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Oh, you know what I haven't tried yet, and I'm actually going to be able to try this later today. Ven VR Adventure for the Oculus Quest. I have not played it yet. It's a long story, but the developer Monologic Games gave me a key for the game, and I have it in my on my Quest, but it's on my Quest One, and one of my Quest One controllers broke, and I couldn't use my Quest One for like a month, but I got a controller now. And so I'm going to sync that controller up today, and I'm going to try I'm going to try Ven VR Adventure on my Oculus Quest. So I'll be talking about that. I know, dude, I know I'm so late to everything. I'm just going to get back into the mix. I'll catch up and I'll get back into it. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it for this particular episode of VR365 Live. I will, of course, see everybody next time I have an episode, but wanted to give you guys a little something, something, and see you guys in the not too distant future. All right, that's going to go ahead and do it. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Later.